So, one of the world's most important banks is making this absolutely huge bet on AI. But we're not talking about some small experiment here. Nope, they are rebuilding their entire operation around it. Let's dig into how they're actually pulling this off. And let's be super clear right from the get-go. What's happening here isn't about creating a few cool tools for a handful of tech folks. This is a fundamental enterprise-wide transformation. It's designed to change the very way the entire bank works. I mean, the scale here is just staggering.
Just look at this number, 20,000. That's how many employees are not just using AI, but are actively in there building their own AI agents to solve real problems. You see, this isn't some top-down mandate. It feels more like a ground-up revolution.
And this quote's from their Chief Data and AI Officer. Well, it just says it all. The goal isn't just to make things a little bit better. The goal is to completely rewire the operational DNA of a massive global financial institution.
Okay, so how on earth do you get 20,000 people building AI inside a super regulated bank? Well, you don't just email them a link to some new software. You have to build a central engine, a whole system designed specifically for that purpose. And that engine has a name, ELIZA. Now, pay attention to the phrasing here, a system of work. That's the key. ELIZA isn't just another platform, it's an entire ecosystem. It's where they combine these powerful AI models with the bank's super strict safety rules, which lets employees build things fast, but also confidently.
This mantra, it really captures the sheer ambition of what they're doing. They're going for total saturation. The idea is that AI isn't just for the tech department anymore. It's a utility, like electricity, for every single employee in every corner of the business, woven into everything they do.
But come on, for a bank that manages over $57 trillion in assets, you can't just unleash this kind of technology. So the billion-dollar question, or I guess trillion-dollar question is, how do you innovate this fast without taking on terrifying amounts of risk? This is such a fascinating perspective from their deputy general counsel. Instead of seeing all these rules and governance as a brake pedal, they see it as the steering wheel and the seatbelts. By defining the rules of the road so clearly, they've actually given their teams the confidence to put the pedal down because they know the path ahead is secure.
And this isn't just one simple checklist. It's a really smart, multi-layered system. First, you've got a cross-functional board that vets new ideas to make sure they're even worth doing. Then, a release board gives that final technical go before anything sees the light of day. And watching over all of it is a top-level council, making sure everything fits the bank's bigger picture. It's a really thoughtful, tiered approach.
And you want to know the smartest part? This governance stuff isn't just happening in endless meetings. It's actually coded directly into the ELIZA platform itself. All the security, the permissions, the oversight, it's automated. They call it governance by design. And frankly, it's what lets them do all this safely at such a huge scale. All right, so that's the strategy, and that's the safety net. But the big question is any of this actually working? Let's take a look at the real results and see this theory in action. They figured out that building a platform is only half the battle. You have to build a culture, too. So they ran this initiative called Make AI a Habit Month, just short daily trainings, and it led to a massive 46% jump in the number of AI agents people were building. It just goes to show you that these small, consistent efforts can have a huge, huge impact. And their commitment to education is just, well, look at this. A staggering 99% of their entire workforce has now been trained on generative AI. That level of enablement is practically unheard of in a company this big. It creates a common language and a common skill set that runs through the whole organization. So with pretty much everyone trained up, what are these new AI agents actually doing? Well, this table gives you a little taste. The legal team, they're slashing contract review time by 75%. HR is getting faster, more consistent answers to employee questions. And the risk analysts are spotting potential threats way sooner than they could before. These are real-world, measurable wins. And they're already evolving this whole idea, moving from simple agents to what they are now calling digital employees. Think of these as more advanced, autonomous agents that have their own digital identities and permissions and can handle really complex tasks. So they're less like tools and more like autonomous team members, with humans acting as their trainers and managers. Pretty cool, right? You know, what this bank has built here isn't just a success story for them. It's really a potential blueprint for any large organization that's serious about going all in on AI. So what are the big lessons here? Well, it's about building on the risk systems you already have. Don't start from zero. It's about making governance a team sport and baking it right into your tools. And maybe most importantly, it's about remembering that the human side of this, the culture, the training, is every bit as critical as the technology itself. Which leaves us with a final, really big question to think about. We've just seen how one major institution is making AI the absolute foundation for how it operates. And it really makes you wonder, are we witnessing the moment when AI stops being just another application and starts becoming the new, fundamental operating system for how business gets done?